On a beautiful Texas Independence Day, we welcome you to Paul Taylor Fieldhouse on the corner of Loop 410 and Culebra Road on San Antonio's far west side for tonight's UIL girls basketball 4A regional final, a matchup between the Battling Billies of Fredericksburg and the Boerne Greyhounds. Good evening, everyone. I am Ben Campos alongside my executive producer, Bo Wick, here on the Greyhound Sports Network. We're excited to bring you tonight's ball game between the Billies and the Greyhounds, one that pits two opponents that know each other very well from District 28 4A. While the players are being introduced to you all here in the stands, let's take a look at the starting lineup tonight for the Boerne Greyhounds and Coach Amy Reedy's squad. 23-4 overall, 8-2 in district play. Up top, Jamie Reedy, the sophomore guard, will be running things for the Greyhounds. On the wing, freshman Abby Smith and senior Jessica Davila. Down low for the Greyhounds, another freshman, Avery Aaron, and Jordan Lim as well, the junior on the far side. Those are the ladies that will be starting tonight for the Greyhounds. And we mentioned Jamie Reedy kind of leading the attack for the Greyhounds. She is a sophomore, the young sophomore, one of the team leaders in points scored at 14 points per game and 6 assists. Talking to her mom, Amy Reedy, the head coach, on what she expects tonight from the Greyhounds. She needs Jamie to kind of lead the point. Tough through transition, getting out and leading the attack on the run. And you see there in her highlights, when she's out in the open court, she can cause some damage, get into the lane, and get some easy layups. It's going to be needed her leadership tonight because it is a very tough Fredericksburg squad on the other side. Fredericksburg coming in, as we take a look at both teams and their overall records coming into tonight's ball game. Fredericksburg 27-1 overall, 8-0 in district play as they cruise through their district schedule unbeaten. In fact, at the record at 27-1, the lone blemish came to a team from Boerne, so maybe some good luck, as the Boerne champion Chargers were the only team to defeat Fredericksburg tonight. But you have to go back to November 21st of 2020 to uncover that record, a 43-31 night. But perhaps some luck here for the Lady Greyhounds, as the sister school Boerne champion Chargers, the last team to defeat Fredericksburg, and their head coach, Carrie Grona, who has led this team very well throughout the 2020-2021 season. We mentioned some of the other things in my pre-game conversation with Coach Reedy and what she expects from her squad tonight. Needs to be dominant on the boards, and for that she'll turn to Avery Aaron, the freshman, number 25, the team leader in rebounds, 11 rebounds per game, also chipping in as the team leader in points at 15. So we have a young freshman in Avery Aaron down in the post, and a young sophomore, young by their age and classifications, but definitely showing senior type leadership in the statistics. So a young team coming out here are the Greyhounds, looking to punch their ticket to the state tournament. State finals will be taking place right down the road here in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome. So these two teams and communities making the drive down I-10, well represented here at Paul Taylor Fieldhouse. It is a near capacity crowd given the criteria for COVID-19 precautions in San Antonio and through the Northside Independent School District here. Near capacity, as the community members from both communities of Boerne and Fredericksburg, obviously two communities that know each other very well represented here in San Antonio. But only one team will be able to make this trip again in a week down to the state tournament in the Alamo Dome. As there's a look at Coach Amy Reedy. Tip-off just moments away. In the circle for Boerne, Avery Aaron, the freshman. She'll be going up against Audrey Spurgeon, the senior, for Fredericksburg. And tip-off is just about to come your way. The 4A Region 4 final. And the opening tip controlled by Boerne and Jamie Reedy. should be looking for tempo from Boerne, getting out and run through transition. Out to the wing here to Lem, trying to force it down in the post, and it's picked away. Here come the Billies. It's McKinnon on the far side. Another freshman on the court. McKinnon lays it up and in as she gets into the paint, and first blood is drawn by Fredericksburg. Full court press and some pressure here from the Billies. Calmly, Reedy with the ball will swing it around. Davila, jump shot at the elbow, and she gets that one to go. And 1 minute into this ball game, it's Fredericksburg 2, Boerne 2. Coming back their way is Bowers. Tries to penetrate, will dish out into the corner. Hartman with a tough pull-up off the rim, rebounded by Davila. Here comes the speed and transition for Boerne. Reedy with a hesitation, dumps it over to the freshman, Aaron, lays it up and in, and Boerne has their first lead, 4-2. Still early here from Paul Taylor Fieldhouse in the Region 4 Finals. Madison McKinnon now to Spurgeon on the far side, trying to work it into the post. Aaron is there with the great steal. Great steal there by the freshman Avery Aaron. In transition comes Reedy. Lem now to Davila in the corner. Picks up her dribble. We'll restart here with Reddy. At the top of the key. Trying to create some space. Good defense there by Hartman. Reedy gets a screen. Will dive it in. No, jumps it off over to Aaron. Point blank range. She gets the rebound, does Reedy. And unable to finish. Rebound comes to Ella Hartman, the sophomore for Fredericksburg. In transition are the Billies. Good closeout defense there by Reedy. Give it back to Hartman from the free throw line. It's good, and we are tied at 4. Nice pace to this early start in this ball game. You got two teams that want to push transition. Two teams that want to pick up the tempo. Two teams with skilled ball handlers up to the challenge. Reedy, guarded by Hartman. She'll back up. Trying to create space. Hartman does a good job defensively. Kick it out to Aaron with the drive. Collision course made, no call there. Ball loose, and the rebound will come to Fredericksburg. McKinnon now for the Billies. Looking for a screen, doesn't use it, will pull up from 3, and she hits it. 3 points there for McKinnon. And that stretches now a 3-point lead for Fredericksburg. That will go out of bounds on the deflection, and the Billies will retain possession here. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first period. Fredericksburg with a 7-4 lead. Hand off to Hartman. And the switch here is Bowers, guarded by Davila. McKinnon. Eyed closely by Jamie Reedy. Dump it into the post. It's Spurgeon. Help coming from the far side. Spurgeon splits it and lays it up for another 2 for her. Reedy takes the mishandle and creates some space down in the post. It's it's Abby Smith who gets it to push in. First 2 points there for Abby Smith. And that's deflected by Aaron, doing a good job of keeping her hands active. Scrum just above the key will go to a jump ball. Jamie Reedy is there. And the possession area will stay with Fredericksburg. Coming in for the Billies is Madison Franson. In for Avery Krause. So another freshman on board is Franson. In 12 in red. Three ball from the corner by Brittany Bowers is good. And that is the third three-pointer for Fredericksburg. The second three-pointer for Fredericksburg. It's a point that Coach Reedy really emphasized in our pregame conversation as we get a blocking call here on the sideline. That's going to go against Spurgeon. That's her first. Coach Reedy very adamant about needing to stop transition threes and three-pointers in general. They have been killers to the opponents of the Billies this year, and already 2 early ones. And there's your 6-point difference in the ball game at 12-6. Davila. Out to Reedy, back out to Davila. She'll try a three of her own, and that short rebound in good position there is Spurgeon for the Billies. Pushing the tempo on the far side is McKinnon now. Ella Hartman using the screen. And we'll have a restart here for Fredericksburg. Into the corner, now into the post, it's Spurgeon. Spurgeon handles it, avoids stepping out of bounds, hits Hartman in the lane, runner no good. Rebound there is Aaron. Jamie Reedy now trying to create some room as she drives, lays it up, very tough shot there. She gets it to go off the glass. 4 points now for Jamie. As we are now under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Ball being moved around the horn, finds Bowers in the corner, back up to the top of the key and McKinnon. Have some restart and some off-ball movement from the Billies. Finding a cutting Hartman, who retreats to the three-point line, will let it fly, off the rim, no good, rebound Davila. Tripped up from behind, no call from the referee, and what a save there by Jamie on the far sideline. Jamie will dump it in. It's Aaron who takes a foul, and that might be 2 on Spurgeon. We'll see the call here. They're not going to give it to Spurgeon. They'll give it to Franson, the freshman, so that's 1 on her. Non-shooting foul. So a set piece from behind the backboard for Reedy. Jessica Davila, the senior. Back to Reedy. Nice ball fake there, hits Davila, and we get a 3-second call in the lane. Unforced error there for Boerne. And it'll be Fredericksburg ball. Hartman. Spurgeon in the post now. Goes up with it, and she gets an easy 2. 4 points total for Audrey Spurgeon. And the pressure full court from Fredericksburg. Boerne does a good job of breaking it. Nice, easy layup there, Abby Smith. The freshman getting it done. Tight ball game here with 90 seconds left. Hartman pointing. She wants a screen. Delivered by Spurgeon. Just enough to give her some space. 3 ball is no good. Davila, another rebound. He's been putting in some work on the defensive glass. Lem. Back to the top of the key in Davila. Giving some directions. Back to Jamie. Into the post. The freshman Aaron off the back iron. And here's the board, Annabelle Areza. Hartman will drive it in and is short on the runner. And that's Avery Aaron with a nice, strong rebound for Boerne. Reedy with some nice ball handling skills to get it over the midcourt line. Long 3, and she hits it. Jamie Reedy. That's 7 points now, 7 of Boerne's 13. Cuts the lead to 1 with about 30 seconds left. That was a big three-pointer by the sophomore. Hartman now into the post. Spurgeon turns it. Too much on that one. Air ball is brought down by Aaron. Fast break up ahead. Smith hacked. That'll be on Hartman. Ella Hartman, the sophomore. That is the first foul for the sophomore, and with 12 seconds left, calmly, Abby Smith sinks 1 of 2 free throws. Chance to put Boerne ahead as we close out the first period of play. Exciting first quarter here on the Greyhounds Sports Network. Perfect. Boerne's lead, 15-14, final seconds. McKinnon dumps it in. Spurgeon, some good post play. Got out of that one. Areza Back to Spurgeon. Final seconds. And Boerne will get out of the quarter with the lead. After one, it's the Greyhounds 15, the Billies 14. This is the Greyhounds Sports Network.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking?
Love in the window.
Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota.
Welcome back to Paul Taylor Fieldhouse here on the west side of San Antonio for the UIL 4A Region 4 final. Boerne with the lead after one, 15-14. We start the second quarter of play. Avery Aaron with the rebound. Put it back up, no good. Fredericksburg now in transition. McKinnon, the freshman. Wide open three there, uncontested, steps up and drills it. That's the second three ball for McKinnon. Responsible for her 6 points there on 2 shots. Reedy to Davila. Jamie's done a good job of handling the ball at the point under pressure from this Billy defense. Long 2-pointer for Davila is off the mark. Spurgeon with the big rebound for the Billies. McKinnon calmly up the court to Hartman in the corner. Screen set there by Krause. Long three is off the back of the iron. Avery with the rebound and immediately called for a travel there. She was getting her feet set. Perhaps knocked off balance a little bit. Substitution in for Boerne. Taking a seat is Abby Smith, her and her 6 points. Liz Fox, the sophomore, comes in. Hartman to Spurgeon underneath. And that is good there for Audrey Spurgeon. Good defense in the post by Lem. Ultimately not enough to move Spurgeon off her spot. Davila now. Fox pulls up in her first action. Long rebound by Lem. Fighting for it, trying to find Aaron, just unable to give it to her, and another turnover. A 5-0 run for Fredericksburg to start this quarter. Spurgeon make it 7-0. And a timeout here for Boerne, a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. Well, Boerne with a 1-point lead to go into the second quarter now on the back end of a 7-0 run for Fredericksburg. And Coach Amy Reedy with the timely timeout there. Kind of calm things. Fredericksburg obviously with a little wake-up call after the end of the first quarter. I want to take you through a big shot, which I thought kind of turned the tide for Boerne there in that first quarter. In the first quarter, dominated mostly by Fredericksburg. But then in the close of the third quarter, in the first quarter, this deep three by Jamie Reedy really set the tone to close out the last 2 minutes, 90 seconds or so of the first quarter. Boerne rode that wave after that long three-pointer, the only one for Boerne in this ball game. But that wave has kind of crashed down a little bit. The momentum clearly on the side of Fredericksburg. And hopefully that timeout stems the tide for the time being, at least. with a reset here. 6 minutes left to go before the half. Fredericksburg 21, Boerne 15. Aaron dumps it into Lemmy. Deflected. Fox puts it back up off the glass and is good. Liz Fox off the bench with 2 points now. Sophomore contributing. McKinnon gets a screen, trying to get it back to Hartman. Liz with some good defense there. Behind the back as Ella makes her way into the post. Reedy out of bounds. Right place, right time. Perhaps drifted a little too much towards the baseline. Referee was there. So possession will stay with the Billies here. 5.5 left to go for the half. Quick dump back to Franson, who gets 2 of her own there. 23-17. Billies keeping that 6-point margin there. They've broken the press there. Liz Fox, 4 off the bench now for Liz. Contributing. Cuts the lead to 4. McKinnon. Davila with the help D, and perhaps she reached in. Quick call there from the official on the near side. That will be on Davila. That's her first. Jessica Davila, the lone senior that was on the starting lineup for the Greyhounds, 7 points per game. Playing on the wing, but also you'll see her leading the point of attack for Boerne. Ariza kicks it back. Driving the lane is Bowers. Another 2 for Britley Bowers, the senior. Just unable to really move this margin are the Greyhounds. Picked away. Bowers, the senior. Little pivot there for Ariza. And a foul, perhaps out of frustration more than anything. Kind of slowed things down here. Here's Ariza. It'll depend on who they call it on, and I think it's Reedy on the backside. That's who they get. That's her first. Franson. Ariza. To a cutting Franson. Unable to get the mark there. Putting in some hard work there on the boards. Avery Aaron gets the foul as well. And a substitution coming the way of Fredericksburg. Franson will take a seat. Productive off the bench. Avery Krause back in. The stubborn lead is kind of just held around 6 points. Trying to get some traction is Jamie Reedy. Nice stop and go. Loses control. Davila, corner 3 off the front of the iron. Nice offensive board. Good effort by Jordan Lim. Laying it up, Avery Aaron. That's good work off the offensive rebound, not to waste the possession. Need to stand here defensively. Hartman. Ariza. Krause now into the post. Spurgeon with a nice move around Aaron. And 1. Didn't look like much contact there. The backside official had the call. He has a better view of it than us here, but I don't see too much there. Nonetheless, the basket's good, and Audrey Spurgeon looking to add her 10th point of the match. She does. Three and a half left before the half. Davila's in trouble to Reedy in the wing. Cross-court pass, it's Fox. Fakes the 3, will go in. Now it's Avery in trouble. Now this defense for Fredericksburg is just tenacious. It's full court pressure, and it is unrelenting. Bowers to Ariza, poked away by Reddy, but only momentarily. Ariza will drive it in, hands it off to Spurgeon. Takes it into the lane, ball fake. Out with the left hand. Avery Aaron doing some tough work down in the post. Clears the rebound. Pushing the ball in transition is Reedy. Nice pass into the post. Davila with an easy 2. Those are the first 2 points for Jessica Davila, giving the senior in the scoring book. Hartman, easy pass into the lane. Unable to get it to fall. Fox with the board. Opportunity now to close out in the final 2.5. Boerne down by 5. Can they find some more momentum to close this half out strong? Liz Fox now. Pressured by Hartman, calling for a screen. Unable to get it back to Jordan Lem, but they get the deflection. And another substitution. Madison McKinnon in to relieve Britley Bowers. Senior out, freshman in for Fredericksburg. Oh, and Fox is up and down. Looking over at Coach Amy Reedy in that scenario, just gave her a big smile and told her just to relax a little bit. Maybe even a chuckle after that one. Unforced error. Ariza calling for a clear out. Baseline move it for Fredericksburg. Perhaps some confusion as well. Spurgeon in the post against Avery Aaron is no good. Off the side of the backboard, but Krause steps up and knocks down an elbow jumper. Leads extend to 7 now with 90 seconds left before the half. Fox to Davila. Double team, Davila's in trouble. They finally get a foul there. No. Jump ball, possession arrow to Fredericksburg. Crowd from the Boerne side wanted a foul. Been a clean ball game. Lead is 7 for Fredericksburg. Spurgeon now at the elbow. Will hand it off to McKinnon. Three-pointer is no good. Offensive foul on Spurgeon in the post. 7-point lead for Fredericksburg. Boerne trying to claw their way back into this one. They were up by 1 at the end of 1. But this second quarter, you've seen the sharpness of the offense for Fredericksburg and the tenacity of the defense. Really been the difference so far in this second quarter. Fox. Davila into the post. Avery Aaron. Avery Aaron's going to have some battle scars after this game. She is working down in the post. Commanded a double team there. Got the deflection. And it'll be a set piece with 38 seconds. Reedy. And a violation there. Offensive against Davila. And you see Coach Reedy there calling for pressure. It'll be full court pressure here from Boerne. And a timeout from Fredericksburg. 38 seconds left to go before the half. This second quarter has been dominated by Fredericksburg. Now with 30-23 after trailing 15-14 at the end of 1. It hasn't been by way of the three-pointer, though. In my conversation with Amy Reedy, she was very concerned about transition threes. Fredericksburg just killing people by the three-point game. But there's only been 3 three-pointers made by Fredericksburg. It's been tenacity on defense and working through the post through Audrey Spurgeon, the senior, has been the bread and butter so far for Fredericksburg. Along with the many substitutions they've been having, perhaps just fresher feet on the Billy side of things there. Well, we mentioned this in a pregame. These are two teams that know each other very well, part of District 28 4A. Boerne with the 23-4 record overall. 2 of those losses by way of Fredericksburg, so that's 50%. Got the second place spot in District 28 4A. Wimberley and Bandera round out the top 4, with the 2 Comal ISD schools in Canyon Lake and Davenport bringing up the rear. Very tough district in 28 4A, but we knew the cream was going to rise to the top, and that's Fredericksburg and Boerne. No surprise that these 2 battled each other hard during the regular season, and to no one's surprise here, meeting each other in the regional final. Trying to finish off a near-perfect half for Fredericksburg. Kraus finds McKinnon. Into the post, Spurgeon. Kraus will drive and kick. Bowers with the reset to Hartman. Just methodically moving things through our Fredericksburg. With the pump fake, that's Bowers. Happy to take this clock down to 0. McKinnon with the scoop layup is off the mark, but the job was just to run off time, and that job was well done there. We go into the break here at Paul Taylor Fieldhouse. Our score is a Fredericksburg 30, Boerne 23. More coming up after these words on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
Hi, I'll take
Hi,
the
I'm gonna
Charger
get the
burger.
Greyhound burger, please.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Charger burger. Mushrooms, Swiss, caramelized onions.
Greyhound burger. Bacon and American cheese.
Charger burger.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Hey
Guys, you can like both of them at the same time.
We'll take 2.
Hi, my name is Michael Glick with Glick Insurance. Since 1991, I've been assisting you and your family with all of your insurance needs. At Glick Insurance, we pride ourselves in educating before selling to ensure you get the best coverage and rates available. We not only offer a wide range of products, but we also offer customizable options and regular check-ins to review and make sure your policy is up to date. To start your coverage today, call Glick Insurance at 830-816-2811 or visit us online at glickinsurance.com.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking?
Love in the window.
Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
The last few months have been challenging for everyone. As teachers, we have faced unexpected changes that have been outside of what we have ever done before.
While teachers have been ready and willing to do whatever it takes, it's been a bit more difficult to navigate.
With new expectations, our normal responsibilities have doubled in order to keep our students and staff safe.
That's why it's even more appreciated that Smoky Moe's Barbecue is always there for the Greyhounds.
Is always there for the champion Chargers.
Thanks, Smoky Moe's, for stepping in when we needed you most.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Boerne Insider. I'm Courtney Bruce. As the old saying goes, why'd the chicken cross the road? Well, the answer at Boerne ISD is to serve our special needs and behavior students with additional learning tools. As you're going to see today, we're going to check out Van Rob and Faber Elementary and see how they have a very unique relationship with chickens. Chickens have been an important part of Van Rob Elementary School since the fall of 2018. Thanks to a grant from the Fair Oaks Ranch Wildlife Committee, the Van Rob chickens have been utilized in a variety of ways, including helping behavior and life skills students learn.
I've learned that they're delicate creatures and you can't mess with them that much, and they want to be alone sometimes. They want to have their own space. You have to leave it alone sometimes and let them do what they want to do.
It's like a friend, like a buddy. It's like a buddy you see every day, and you just want to hold them and take care of them. And they basically just run to you when we come out. Our responsibilities as well.
Van Rob principal Jamie Robinson said his campus has benefited from having the chickens on campus.
So they became the chicken tenders, and it's like an honorable. It's kind of like being in Scouts. You're an Eagle Scout or whatever. These are chicken tenders, and so they are the ones that each year they seem to get better and better and more knowledgeable. And as the younger students look forward to it, so when they become fourth graders, then they become more knowledgeable, and we make more progress with what we have out here for the chickens.
In the past 3 years, the Van Rob chickens have laid eggs that were donated to families in need. Eagle Scouts have built the mega coop and wash station, and chicks have been hatched on campus. Every day, the chickens and students are mutually benefiting one another, and it's great to see.
Well, when kids learn about what do we do and how to work with animals, and really just engage learning and taking care of and growing ideas, that's been exciting, because if you make the learning exciting, then more kids are in tune and they want to do more. So it becomes a passion at that moment.
When we come back, we're going to learn about the brand new chickens at Faber Elementary School.
In honor of Black History Month, we recognize 2011 champion high school graduate Madison Turner. It has been said that Madison is considered the best basketball player to ever come out of Champion High School, as he was an integral part of the team's success. As a point guard, he averaged 24 points per game and took the team to the regional finals in 2011. After graduation, Madison went on to the University of Texas Permian Basin, where he earned a degree in marketing. After graduating college, Madison has had a successful career in the oil and gas industry. Madison's talent and leadership, on and off the court, will always be remembered at Champion High School and our community.
This week, the Boerne Insider Limelight recognizes Dylan Howe, a 5th grader from Kendall Elementary. Dylan is a model student who loves to participate in extracurricular activities, especially the KNDL News Team.
Well, it really brings into the fact that kids need to learn teamwork and learn a little bit about technology in the process. And it's very important because we get to learn public speaking and easier in front of a camera and more students.
5th grade teacher Alexa Schaefer thinks Dylan is a great representative of the school and of Boerne ISD.
As you probably know, we've had lots of new children join our campus throughout this year in the transition from e-learning back into in-person. And he reaches out to them in just a very gentle and subtle way without making it apparent, so that no one feels left out.
The Boerne Insider Limelight is sponsored by the Boerne Education Foundation. Thank you for supporting every student, every teacher, and every school in Boerne ISD.
Welcome back to the Boerne Insider. Earlier this school year, Faber Elementary became the latest Boerne ISD school to welcome chickens to their campus, thanks to a grant from the Boerne Education Foundation. The Faber chickens are used in a number of ways, including teaching students about what animals need to survive, learning about chores and responsibilities, counting and sorting eggs by color, and so much more.
Another egg.
I think it's eggs.
Number 3.
We get to feed them.
So you have to, every now and then you have to rake out all the hay and then give them new hay, and you have to change their food daily.
The chickens also help autistic and emotionally sensitive students to calm or reset them. Visits to see the chickens serve as a great change of environment for those students and help them restart their emotions.
Our chickens serve multiple purposes. One is to teach our kids responsibility, teach them how to care for something else that's alive, just a ton of just basic responsibility kind of lessons. But it also teaches some of them that are struggling with their emotions or struggling with bad moods for the day. They can come out, it gets them a reset, they feed the chickens, it calms them down. We go back into class and we see a great difference in our behavior. So the chickens for us serve multiple purposes.
The chickens also serve as a built-in reward system. Students will work hard all day in order to earn the opportunity to feed the chickens with a treat.
It's a reward for our kids to get to come out to interact and just observe them and see how they interact with one another and learn just more about chickens in everyday life.
Had so much fun at Van Rob and Faber Elementary, spending some time with the chickens. We've learned all about them, and it's amazing because Boerne ISD showcases how we can be innovative and watch the kids grow and learn while they're spending time with chickens. Thank you so much for watching this edition of the Boerne Insider. I'm Courtney Bruce.
Welcome back to Paul Taylor Fieldhouse on San Antonio's far west side. Tip-off of the second half a moments away. Our score at the break, Fredericksburg 30, Boerne 23. Through that first half, Greyhounds paced by Avery Aaron, the freshman in the post with 6 points. Jamie Reedy has 5. If Boerne's going to crawl their way back into this one and get the win, punch their ticket to the state tournament, those two young ladies will need a big second half. One play at a time, though, and it starts here with Davila. Jamie Reedy. Nice move to create space. Aaron with the ball back in the post, gets the foul. Short off the rim. Foul against McKinnon, Madison McKinnon. That is her first. To the line, Avery Aaron. Knocks that one through. Got to take advantage of Fredericksburg's tough defense. And if you could draw some fouls and get some easy points by way of the free throw line, that just might be a good recipe for success for Boerne here in the second half. Now to get the job defensively. Reedy on McKinnon. McKinnon with the misdirection. And ball's deflected off of Spurgeon. And the ball back to Boerne. Leading point scorer in that first half was Madison McKinnon for Fredericksburg, followed by Audrey Spurgeon. McKinney with 12, Spurgeon with 11. You saw those two there on the opening possession. Double dribble called against Reedy. Some confusion there, perhaps. Believe that it was knocked out of her possession. Referees disagree. Coach Amy Reedy to her daughter telling her it's okay, get back on defense, play the next play. Pressure here from Lemmy and Davila. The freshman, Madison McKinnon. Work on Reedy. Spurgeon with the ball fake. And an easy layup. Audrey Spurgeon, the senior, pacing the Billies. Davila to Avery Aaron. Dish it out. Reedy, 4-3. In rhythm. Knocks it down. Cuts the lead to 4 now. And a spirited start here to the second half for Boerne. Keep this pressure going. McKinnon with an air ball on a scoop layup. Davila pushing the break now. Lemmy to Aaron. Easy. Avery Aaron. 4 points here in the third quarter. And that's a long 2 from McKinnon. Breaks that mini run from Fredericksburg. And Hartman with the steal on the defensive side. And that's 4 quick points now. For the Billies to stretch that lead back up to 6. Reedy takes it herself, gets a bump, lays it in, and 1. To the free throw line is Reedy. Needs to get into a rhythm here in transition. You see the bump there on the hip. Easy scoop and score. And Ariza will check in now for McKinnon, who takes a seat. They say it was an on-the-floor foul, not while shooting, so my mistake there. Lemmy, check that, Abby Smith on the board once again for Boerne. So my mistake there, it was not an and one for Jamie Reedy. And Fredericksburg looking to counter. Good defense there by Remy. Spurgeon now. Squaring up Avery Aaron, and the ball goes in and out. Davila with the big rebound there. Pushing the break. Davila, coast to coast with a nice step and in. Well done. Coast to coast, Jessica Davila. She has 6 now. Major pace here from both these ball clubs. Hartman unable to get it. Looked like a clean block there, but they're going to get a foul on Abby Smith. And this one is deemed in the act of shooting, so we'll have 2 from the free throw line from Ella Hartman, the sophomore. On the way, the first one is good. The second of 2 for Hartman. That one's off the mark. It's the first missed free throw by either side tonight. Reedy avoids the double dribble, but the pass from Davila is to her teammate Camry Jackson, who's on the bench. And a little laugh there from Coach Amy Reedy. Sometimes you just got to laugh off those mistakes and settle down and get back on defense. Fredericksburg up 3. Great start to this second half for the Greyhounds. In the corner, it's Ella Hartman. Short on the three-pointer, rebound, Avery Aaron. Jamie gets a good, hard screen there, picks up her dribble. Will award Aaron here at the top of the key. Ball fake, spin, in the paint, off the mark, and will come the other way. Bowers off the dribble, lays it up. And Davila with the big rebound once again for Boerne. Jessica Davila, the senior, up ahead to Reedy. Dishes it off to Aaron, who's errant with that throw, and a fast-paced break once again for Fredericksburg. Franson into the corner to Hartman. Good defense there in the transition. Spurgeon is left open for 3, and she's short there. 3-point lead for the Billies. Left-handed layup is off the mark for Smith. And back and forth we go. I think the coaches could sense that this game was getting just a little out of hand and out of pace and out of control. And Fredericksburg will take a 30-second timeout here with 3:01 left to go in the third quarter. Fredericksburg on top by 3 at 37-34. Well, let's take a look at the Greyhounds' run through the Texas State playoffs. We're here in Region 4 finals. You see 2 games ago, Boerne on top of Rockport Fulton from the Coastal Bend area by a score of 70-53. That led to a matchup against Devine. And ultimately the win there against Devine put Boerne into the regional finals here versus Fredericksburg, while the Billies took care of Navarro and Robstown. And you can just see the way that the bracket is set up. Everybody kind of knew, with Fredericksburg on the top of the bracket and Boerne on the bottom, that this was just a collision course waiting to happen. And it all comes to a head tonight here at Paul Taylor Field. No surprise to anybody who's followed this that these two teams are in this spot and in a tight one here in the third quarter with 3 minutes left and a 3-point lead. Fredericksburg will come out of the timeout with the sub and looking to perhaps slow things down a little bit, gain control, and get back into their normal rhythm. Here's Hartman shouting out orders, directing traffic. Kraus, cross court now. McKinnon back into the post. Turnaround jump shot is good for Madison Franson. That is her 4th point. Another freshman contributing on this big stage, but she gets a little bit greedy there, trying to poke away at Avery Aaron. Bit off a little bit more than she could chew, perhaps. Gets caught with a foul. And a restart here from the sideline. Reedy now to Fox. Liz Fox, who's in for the first time here in the second half. Good contribution off the bench with 4 points. Work it into Avery Aaron at the top of the key. Give and go with Reedy. And the baseline is up and no good. Rebound was pulled down by Abby Smith, but ripped away by McKinnon. And caught out of bounds. Good eye here by the near side referee. No protest. And Boerne will get the possession here with 2:07 left to go in the third quarter. Down by 5. And this kind of area is where Boerne's kind of been all night. Down 4, down 5, down 6. Unable to break out of this form since holding a 1-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Into the corner, into the post. We'll call a jump ball, and for the third time tonight, the possession arrow is in the backs of the Boerne Greyhounds. And Fredericksburg will take over by way of possession arrow on the tie-up. Hartman with the drive into space. Off the back of the rim, no good. And here comes Reedy. Fast break, a left-hand layup. It's good. Jamie Reedy adding to her total now. Has 10. Into double figures now. Late foul on a baseline shot. Bowers. Liz Fox will take her foul. That is her first. To the line, Brittany Bowers, the senior. She has 5 points and will remain there in a tight ball game. Fredericksburg now has missed on 2 free throws. Still a 1-possession ball game. Things starting to tighten up a little bit. And the senior gets the second. Fox gets a double team. Splits it with Smith. Back to Aaron. Wide open off the glass kiss. Greyhounds within 2 now. Little pressure from Hartman to throw in. Spurgeon with the push off. Gets it to Bowers. The three-pointer is no good. Reedy now up ahead for Boerne. Pushes it up. It's Smith there, and Boerne has taken the lead. Their largest of the ball game, and the first since being up 15-14 at the end of 1. How about this one? Davila with some good defense there. McKinnon. She'll bring it out. A little bit of a restart now. Bowers to Spurgeon at the top of the key. swing it around. McKinnon now into the post. Avery Krause, the junior, settles that one. Fredericksburg with the steal now, coming back the other way. It's Bowers into the corner, 3-ball. Hartman off the rim, no good. Bowers with the restart now. Being guarded by Davila. On the far wing, deflected into the hands of McKinnon. Hartman now. It's Spurgeon at the top of the key. Here's McKinnon, the freshman, asking for a screen, then calls it off. She'll go one-on-one with Reedy. And a foot moved. The pivot foot was dragged. Traveling is the call. And Boerne will take possession in this tie ball game. Lem and Davila with the 1-2 game against this pressure from the Billies. Davila on the far side now. Reedy calls for the screen. Aaron's there if she needs it. She'll go the other way. Nice backside shot is good from Jordan Lem. Her first 2 come at a big spot. And Boerne has taken the lead once again. Into the corner with a pump fake is Bowers. Finds the glass and in. Well done, Brittany Bowers. That's 8 for her now. Lem with the turnaround to Davila. We'll get it back to her. Lem with rhythm and a 3. Hits it. Jordan Lem, 5 quick points. Back to back for Boerne. The lead is 3. Into the corner, Ariza. 3 is off the mark. Spurgeon with the big board and a foul. That's going to be on Aaron. That's her 3rd. Spurgeon will take 2 shots. Last time to the line. Audrey missed her 2. Looking for redemption here as this one is up and good. She leads the game in point total, does Audrey Spurgeon, the senior, with 14. And we'll make that 15 now. And the lead is 1. Lem up ahead. It's Aaron. Reedy to a cutting Lem, lays it up, and that is 7 straight points for Jordan Lem. The unlikely hero is Jordan Lem, the last 7 for Boerne. Into the post with Spurgeon. Reedy is there, and the possession arrow once again will go to Fredericksburg. 4 times tonight now. None to Boerne. All 4 to Fredericksburg. But you know, as they say, this one just flips it now. Krause. Now with Bowers. Drives the lane, lays it up too strong. Pushing the break now is Abby Smith. 3 minutes left to go in this ball game. It's a 3-point lead for Boerne. Here comes the hard pick from Aaron. They give it back to her. Nice pump fake and drive. Lays it up. Off the mark. Rebound. It's kept in by Smith. Back to Aaron. Lem in rhythm. That is 10 for Jordan Lem. My goodness. Timeout. Fredericksburg. 2:32 left to go from Paul Taylor Fieldhouse. Fredericksburg now down by 6. It's Boerne 52, Fredericksburg 46. And the story in this 4th quarter has been Jordan Lem, the junior who is averaging 8 points per game, had 0 through the first 3, and has now been the go-to Greyhound in the 4th quarter. 10 points. in this frame. 2 threes. And Coach Reedy's team perhaps starting to pull away and beating Fredericksburg at their own game. Behind the arc, Jordan Lim getting into double figures now, along with Jamie Reedy, who has 12, and Avery Aaron, who also has 12. On the other side, in double digits on the floor now, is Audrey Spurgeon, who has 15. Madison McKinnon, who is on the bench currently, has 10. They break the huddle. These fans, this community's on their feet, traveling to Hill Country Roads and I-10 into San Antonio. Both these towns and schools and citizens know each other very well, having been rivals for so long. And this, another great chapter in this rivalry with 2.5 left. We apologize for any technical difficulties we've been having. What a spirited run in the fourth quarter here for the Boerne Greyhounds, now up by 6, approaching 2 minutes. Bowers into the post. Spurgeon with the left hand gets a friendly roll. Audrey Spurgeon now with 17. She leads the game. And it's Davila on the far side. Reedy directing traffic. Drives the lane. Kick it back to the hot hand, and Jordan Lim hands it off. Aaron at the top of the key with the pump fake. Back to Lim with the left hand, dishes it out to Davila. Davila called for a charge. A good salesman perhaps on the near side, and the referee bought it, whether it was contact or not. Did not seem to be an extension of the elbow that's called so often. As it goes, it is a charging foul and a turnover for Boerne, and a foul against Davila. 90 seconds left, a 4-point difference. McKinnon will drop it to Bowers, short of the rim. Spurgeon with the big rebound. Hand straight up is Aaron, who gets the deflection out of bounds, avoids the foul. You can feel the electricity here in Paul Taylor Fieldhouse. Everyone knows what's at stake here. Into the corner, it's Hartman for a corner 3. Rattles in, off the board, and down the drain. Big shot there by Ella Hartman to add 3. Cuts the lead to 1. Davila and Coach Amy Reedy wants a timeout here. It'll be a full timeout. Well, the story there is number 13. You can see her in her picture. For those that weren't with us at the start of the fourth quarter, Jordan Lim, who's averaged 8 points per game coming in to this contest, had no points through the first 3 quarters and has been sensational in this fourth quarter. 2 3-pointers and 2 field goals add to 10 points for the junior in this fourth quarter. Has been the momentum in this breakout quarter for the Greyhounds. Have finally gotten over the hump, had a lead as big as 6. And then you see the muscles start to flex from Fredericksburg. They show why they've been so great this year, why they carried a 27-1 record into this ball game, an unblemished district mark, and an unblemished mark in this playoff run. To weather that storm after being down by 6 and have all the momentum against you, but to slowly and methodically knock that lead back down to 1. And that's where we stay here with 57 seconds left to see who punches the ticket to the state tournament. Boerne will inbound it, specifically Jordan Lim. The junior with the hot hand to inbound, and finds the calm hands of Jamie Reedy. A little bit of a move there to dislodge Ariza. Lim Gets the ball over to Abby Smith and a quick foul. Professional foul came quickly from Brittany Bowers, the senior, with the push to start the restart from the near baseline now. That wasted 10 seconds. Boerne's lead is still 1. Lem will inbound. And a quick timeout to avoid the 5-second from Coach Amy Reedy. It'll be a 20-second timeout here. Trying to add to the success in the postseason over the past couple of years are the Boerne Greyhounds. A great record this year, 23-4. This will go down as one of the better teams in recent memory for Boerne. Last year getting to the regional quarters after a bi-district playoff appearance in 2018-2019. But you could see through this graphic here, no stranger to late rounds here in early March, late February, the time of high school playoffs for girls basketball. But no state tournament appearance you saw there. That could change here in 47 seconds. Jordan Lem to inbound. Boerne holding on to that 1-point lead. Lem safely now to Reedy. Working on Hartman. Nice turn there by Jamie. Gets into the lane. Short off the rim. Gets her own rebound. Lays it up, and yes! Jamie Reedy with 14 now. And Lem making a play defensively. The wry smile on her face after that one. Here comes the pressure from the Greyhounds. And a substitution to get Madison McKinnon back in the game for Fredericksburg. Now Coach Reedy calling some of the pressure back. We don't need all 5 here. Just Davila and Smith. Davila against Bowers. Now McKinnon, and a quick timeout coming the way of Carrie Grona with 23 seconds left. Well, we mentioned the first 2 times that these 2 teams met in district play, both won by Fredericksburg, obviously, as they have gone through their district season unblemished. First matchup was on January 15th of this year. Fredericksburg on top there, 64-51. And then in the rematch about a month ago on February 2nd, Fredericksburg once again prevailing. The margin closing, though. They are a 7-point difference. And now, they always say that district games matter, but nothing matters more than what happens in the postseason. And right now in the Region 4 finals, with a trip to the Alamo Dome within their grasp, Boerne with a 3-point lead. Looking to close it out here. They'll need a big defensive stop. No Greyhound in foul trouble. You have Avery Aaron with 3. You have Jessica Davila with 3. That's something to keep in mind here. Big point getters for Fredericksburg on the floor is Audrey Spurgeon, number 30 in the post. She has 17. And on the wing, Madison McKinney, who has 10. Bowers with a long throw to Hartman now. Big 3 is off the mark. Rebound, big time, is Avery Aaron with the deflection. She pulls it down. Lem, fast break now. It's Abby Smith with a stutter step, lets her fly by, and it's up and in, and that will do it. Final seconds now. Boerne punches the ticket. Our final score then, Boerne 56, Fredericksburg 31. And can you feel the demons exercised? Unable to get through Fredericksburg in district, but slay the mighty Billies here in the regional finals. Due to COVID, both teams wave at each other graciously. Noble in defeat are the Billies. Joyous in victory, the Greyhounds. What a ball game. The dream season will continue for Boerne. The state tournament to begin next week on March 10th. Their opponent to be determined. And you could just feel it. You could see it. The team from down the road had their number all year, had been the bullies on the block, and when it mattered the most, Boerne steps up and delivers a knockout blow. This will be a moment this team will cherish as they get behind this banner. They are state bound. These girls will cherish this moment. They will go on to college, go on to professional life, and I'll tell you, when they have that corner office, this picture will be hanging in their office, memories from their time at Boerne High. State bound. And you could see the emotion there on Jamie Reedy's face. She'll get a hug from her mom. It's palpable. And what a crowd that came up from I-10 from Boerne to witness it. It's a long ride back home. It'll be a happy one. Boerne, your girls' basketball team is Region 4 champions. They'll break the huddle here, knowing a return trip to the Alamo City in their near future. And once again, your final score, it's Boerne 56, Fredericksburg 51. Stay tuned here to the Greyhound Sports Network. We'll have more information on what the Greyhounds will face as they get into the state tournament. Their opponent and a date will be announced, and you can get that from us here at the Greyhound Sports Network. Once again, your final score, it is Boerne 56, Fredericksburg 51. Now for my executive producer, Bo Wick, I am Ben Campos, wishing you a good night and a safe drive home from Paul Taylor Fieldhouse in San Antonio, Texas.